Doremus jumped okay. Count Shivers a little awkwardly out of the gates. Arctic Scent and Love Dance into stride very fast early with Circles of Gold. And there's Iron Horse moving forward in the early stages. And Hula Flight is running towards the leaders as well. But Iron Horse goes to the front. Down to the post the first time. Hall takes Iron Horse to the lead over Crying Game, booting back on the rail. Circles of Gold 2 lengths away third. And Hula Flight's got in one off the rails on the outside of Love Dance. And next Electronic turning out of the straight. They're followed by Doremus up about 7th on the rail, and then Valance outside Arctic Scent. 2 lengths further back, Nothing Like a Dane, the Phantom Chance, 1.5 to Count Chivers, and then Peep on the Sly. A length further back to Boart, and they're followed by Donar, who's 3 wide around the outside of Skybow and Salius, and the Bandit is last of all on the rails, a length and a half away. They've passed the 1600. Crying Game assume the front runners roll. 2 lengths in front of Iron Horse. 5 lengths away, Circles of Gold, 1.5 to Love Dance, 4th, 1.5 to Hula Flight. Then on the rails is Doremus, followed 3/4 back by Electronic and 1 Arctic Scent. A length away in the field, Valance, followed then by the Phantom Chance, 1/2 to Nothing Like a Dane. Peep on the Sly next on the inside of Count Chivers, 1.5 to Boart and Salius. Then Donar the outside, followed by Skybow. And last at the 1200 metre mark, past the halfway, is the Bandit. It's Crying Game by 2 lengths to Iron Horse now. 2.5 away in third place, Circles of Gold from Love Dance, 1 to Hula Flight, and then Doremus Electronic. Further back is on the inside Arctic Scent, and then a length away to Valance. They're followed further back by Nothing Like a Dane over on the outside of the Phantom Chance, and back behind those horses then is Peep on the Sly and Count Chivers, followed by Boart. These back markers are spotting them a long start. Salius on the inside of Donar, then Skybow, and the Bandit is last of all. They've got about 700 metres to go. Crying Game by 3/4 to Iron Horse, a length and a half away, Circles of Gold. 3 lengths further back. Here come the runs now with the Doremus making his run around the outside with Hula Flight. Arctic Centre saving ground, getting up on the inside, and then came Love Dance and a gap further back to Nothing Like a Dane. Crying Game, Iron Horse are tackled by Circles of Gold at the straight. Arctic Scent getting up on the inside, looking for an out, and a gap to Doremus at the 200. It's Iron Horse, Circles of Gold. Arctic Scent trying to get a run through. It's Circles of Gold and Iron Horse from Arctic Scent, and then Doremus, he's closing. It's Circles of Gold. Arctic Scent getting up on the inside. Arctic Scent getting up to Circles of Gold. Arctic Scent draws away. Arctic Scent by a length. Circles of Gold. Iron Horse held on to third. Doremus ahead away fourth. A gap Salius, Crying Game, followed by Love Dance, Valance, and then came Nothing Like a Dane, followed by the Phantom Chance, the Bandit, Electronic, Skybow. Hula Flight dropped right out of it. Peep on the Slide. Count Shivers never in it. Second last is Boart, and Donar is last. Arctic Scent has won the Caulfield Cup.
What a superb ride by the apprentice, the Victorian apprentice Brent Stanley, winning on Arctic Scent, returning $29.80 and $8.20. Second going to the Kunji handicap winner, number 12, Circles of Gold, $11.20. And third to number 1, last year's winner, Doremus, $2.20. What a great thing for Jimmy Mason.
Okay, I think it might have been Iron Horse may have held third. We'll wait for that. 17-12 and a photo. 17-12 and a photo. Arctic Scent, ridden superbly by apprentice Brent Stanley, has taken out the Caulfield Cup. Number 19 has got third. Iron Horse, 17, 12 and 19, with Doremus in fourth place.
Number 19 returning $10 even.
30.27, 230.27. And it's Arctic Scent, trained by Jim Mason and ridden by Brent Stanley, who joins Damien Oliver and John Stocker as recent apprentices to win the Caulfield Cup. And a superb ride by a young man who has had really very limited exposure to the big time. It was panic time coming to the turn because he had a lap full of racehorse and he had nowhere to go. He would have been tempted to switch round the heels and come at them on the outside, but he waited. And this was a ride of a man who's a young boy who was in a man's world out there, and didn't he just stand up and say, well, I'm right up there with you. That was a lovely piece of work. Higgins, Breesley couldn't have ridden it better. A rails running ride. Magnificent win to Arctic Scent, number 17. Jim Mason, the trainer. Let's go down to Clem Dimsey down to the mounting yard.
Yes, David Mooney in impromptu press conference. Here's David.
Normal piggy self. He tries great race mares, I just said to him as he walked out, you don't know what this does for him, mate.
What?
He's done a terrific job. Let's give him credit, you know. He's had an impossible task to coming to Gerald's shoes, and he's on he's won a Caulfield Cup.
How hard has the last 6 months been for you, Dave?
It's been a very hard 6 months. You know, I've kept my mouth shut and kept my low profile, but I could have given up a lot of times.
It's all worthwhile now, David.
Well, it is now, Clem, isn't it? Yeah. We won a Caulfield Cup with a 17-year-old kid on board.
Great ride, wasn't it?
It was a great ride. He never panicked. That's the thing about the kid. He never, ever panicked.